Good evening. Tonight's presentation is on the budget adoption. It is an overview of the budget with no information that is new. So much of this we have all seen before. We start always by rooting our work in our district mission, where we're striving to empower our students to be lifelong learners, dynamic thinkers, and compassionate and contributing citizens. And our mission describes our learning environment that we are hoping to attain, which provides for rich, differentiated academic programs in which depth of understanding, creativity, and critical reasoning flourish. That provides for a safe, supportive environment of respect and collaboration, allows for the exploration of individual passions and the celebration of accomplishments, and finally provides opportunities for leadership and service. In addition to our mission, we allow our 6 strategies in the strategic plan to guide our work. They include leadership, curriculum, wellness, communication, infrastructure and resources, and partnerships. Our 24-25 budget is a $61 million plus budget. It is a 3.39% increase from last year's budget. The tax levy portion of that budget is a 2.74% increase from last year, which is just under the allowable tax cap of 2.75%. I have talked before and will just re-emphasize a couple of these points, that our budget is not a rollover budget. It is a budget designed to be responsive to the changing world and needs of our students. It is responsible by maintaining our current class sizes and programs. It provides for a safe and supportive learning environment. We are always trying to keep up with what we are looking for in terms of safety and supporting our students. It includes all necessary personnel. It is a balanced budget, and as I mentioned, it comes within the tax cap. A couple of key areas of expenditures that we had to work with this year include a very big increase in employee benefits. This is reflective of the increased costs in health insurance that we have experienced, very similar to districts across New York State. In addition, we have increases in our BOCES services and in our contractual services. A lot of this is related to increased busing costs and increased needs to be responsive to our students, with some extra out-of-district placements for students. To highlight a few of the personnel changes, Pleasantville is a place where we value our people and we value our relationships. We are adding a permanent substitute teacher position at our high school, and we are reducing 1 special education teacher position as well as 1 teaching assistant position. If you recall, the special education teacher is due to attrition of students that are either exiting, or because they're over 21, or because they are graduating. And we also have a shift in our needs at our elementary school in terms of the model that we're using in our computer lab. With going 1-to-1, the idea of going to a lab that doesn't have computers is not really necessary anymore. So we are shifting our model we have shifted, this is just in response to the instructional model with technology at BRS. I will call up my colleague, John Chow, to do all of the heavy lifting when it comes to the budget process. Thank you.
Well, thank you. So here is the budget revenue for 2024 and 2025. And these are the summaries, and the detailed line budget is all on the website, both for the expenditure budget as well as for the revenue budget. You can find it on the district website. And I just want to highlight 2 parts. One is the real property taxes. We're very similar to all the other school districts in Westchester. we are mostly supported by the property taxes. So this represents about 67% of our total budget. And the second item that I want to mention is the state revenue. That's the state aid. As Dr. Desai mentioned, that we don't have an on-time budget this year, so we don't know the final numbers. So the numbers that you see up here on the screen, as well as in the budget, they are exactly like the governor's proposed budget that came out on January 16th. We really probably won't know the real number until today. I was talking to people at the States, probably for another 8 days, because the legislators will be going on the Passover break very soon, unless they can finish the budget tomorrow. And here is the estimated tax rate. The important thing is that these numbers are all estimated numbers, because we won't have the final taxable assessments until probably the end of June, early July. So the important thing is this is estimated number. So the important thing here to look at is, when you look at our budget increase is, let me just get the number. Our budget to budget increase is 3.39%, and our tax levy increase is 2.74%. So why is the tax rate, estimated tax rate is at 1.61%? Is because right now, as of March 15th, our estimated assessed value has gone up, and therefore the tax rate is going down. And that's the good news. Also, that means that the school district has some real estate development, and that's the impact on the tax rate. The next piece we need to go over is the property tax report card. This is required, and once this budget is adopted, the school board needs to approve this property tax report card. And once this is reported tomorrow, I'll be transmitting this data to the state SED tomorrow. And the important thing is that you will see some numbers here. Within this report card, you see the budget, you see the tax cap, you see the enrollment, you see the CPI, and you see the fund balance. And the important thing to remember is that our tax levy increase is at 2.74%, and our tax cap is at 2.75%. So we're coming in within the tax cap. So I'm going to turn it back to Dr. Desai.
You finish it up.
Okay. Well, we're at the end of the budget presentations cycle, and as you can see, we have quite a few check marks now. When we started out, we only had the budget preview. Now we are finishing up at the adoption of budget, and also this is really the best time to do the adoption of budget, because when we are honoring the students, I kept thinking, at the end of the day, we have to approve the budget, and we have to have the budget to support all the good work that's being done by our teachers, administrators, and our students. So here we are at the adoption of the budget, and we have two more sections. One is the budget public hearing that's on May 7th. And after that will be the budget vote, and then the school board election. And then also before then, we also have some road shows. So actually the 17th.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
9 a.m., John.
It is tomorrow. So we'll be visiting DRS. And middle school, we just set up this meeting. It's going to be April 29th. And then on May 2nd, we'll be visiting the high school. These are all sponsored by the PTA. And also SEPTA, we already had a meeting on March 12th. And that concludes the budget presentation.